Who doesn't love chocolate chip cookies? This is the best recipe you'll ever try. I promise you, and it's super simple. This recipe is Alton Brown's chewy chocolate chip cookie recipe, and here's how you do it. I set the oven at 375, and I made sure the racks were on the bottom half of the oven. I melted 2 sticks of unsalted butter in a heavy bottom small saucepan on low. And while the butter was melting, I sifted together the dry ingredients. 2 1/4 cups of bread flour, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Sift them together and leave them aside in a bowl. I used my electric mixer with a paddle attachment. I poured the melted butter into the bowl and added 1/4 cup of white sugar and 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar. Next, I added 1 large egg and 1 large egg yolk. 2 tablespoons of 2% milk and 1 1/2 teaspoonfuls of vanilla extract, and just creamed it all together on medium. Turned off the mixer and I incorporated the dry ingredients. And I was sure to stop halfway through and scrape down the bowl. Important step. I did this in 2 batches because I didn't want it all over the kitchen. So now you've got your basic cookie dough. And I added 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. It's important that they're semi-sweet. Mixed it up, and now I've got my batter. So it's all going into the fridge for about an hour. Once the dough is chilled, it's time to bake it. I lined 2 cooking sheets with parchment paper. Using an ice cream scoop, I scooped out the dough and plopped it onto the parchment paper, 6 scoops per sheet. I set my timer for 14 minutes, popped them into the oven, and I was sure to rotate them halfway through the baking process. And if you want your cookies to be flatter, you just bang your cookie sheet against the back of the oven. When the cookies are ready, they come out, the parchment paper gets slipped off of the cookie sheet. I left them on my counter to cool and on to the next batch. Last batch, I did something fun. I added Reese's mini peanut butter cups to the dough so that they became chocolate peanut butter cookies, and they're delicious. This dough is really good because you can keep it in the fridge for up to a week, wrapped tightly, and in the freezer for up to a month. These cookies are delicious. They're soft inside, they're chewy, they're flaky. Promise you, the best you'll ever make.